All right, so now we're going to draw a cosine graph for this graph. Once again, it doesn't matter which cosine graph you draw, as long as you draw one full period. If you want to start over here, you can. Up top, perfectly fine. Down at the bottom, up top, it doesn't matter where you start. All right. I would technically start usually at the top so that I have a positive cosine graph. All right, so that's the one I would choose to use. Now, just like before, the amplitude doesn't change. So the amplitude is still going to be a 4. We now have a cosine graph, so that doesn't change either. Well, that changes to cosine. Did the period change? No, so all the work that we did for the period still stays the same. So our b is still 1.2. We still have a theta. We still moved it down 3, so we still have a minus 3. But now we have to figure out our shift. Did I go left or right? I went left. So because I went left, I need a plus sign. And now we got to figure out how far left did I go. I went 3 full boxes and a half of a box. So 3 full boxes is 3 pi over 6. Half of the box is pi over 12. So 3 pi over 6 plus pi over 12 is 7 pi over 12. So my shift is to the left, 7 pi over 12. So I have a plus 7 pi over 12. So my graph is to the left because I started here and I went that way left. Correct. Now, let's say you used the bottom point. You went from right here this way and down. If you highlighted the green, you still have a cosine graph. However, it's negative because it starts at the bottom. So it'd be a negative 4, still a cosine, still 1.2. I still have a minus 3. But how much of a shift is it down here? It's pi over 6 plus another half. So it's 3 pi over 12 as my marker dies. All right. So we're going to have a theta minus pi over 12. All right. Does that make sense? 3 pi over 12. 3 pi over 12. Okay. Questions on that?